Marry me.
I can't.
I won't ask again. Marry me.
Left you then.
Go away.
And you let him go.
Please, I'm sorry. Just leave me alone.
I told you not to stay. It's always been the same. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if the Lord of the Glen hadn't died at Culloden? I'll tell you. He'd have married another woman. So will yours. So did mine.
I don't care what happens to him.
You will. I loved the father, you know. Ross could have been my child, but I didn't believe that he cared. Or not enough. Fool I was. Fools we all are.
You loved Ross's father?
We were lovers, yes. Wasn't so fashionable in those days, or we didn't talk about it so openly. I couldn't believe that there weren't others. There had been, of course. I was right. There would have been again. The Lord of the Glen can never marry the mistress of the castle. It's always been that way, ever since she started it.
I'm sorry, I don't believe all that.
Poor lady.
I called at the office. Tom tells me you haven't been in.
No, I'm taking some time off, Mother. Everyone's entitled to a day off.
More than one, I gather.
The time's very efficient. The business will survive.
I'm not worried about the business. Sometimes you're so like your father.
Well, at least that proves the legitimacy of the line.
Oh, yes, no doubt about that. I don't mean to interfere.
Well, then don't! Sorry. Sorry.
It's hard sometimes, just to stand by.
I'm all right, Mother, really.
She's rejected you.
I'll survive. There are other women.
Oh, yes. There always were.
I just want a free drink. That was my prize for spotting you.
Hello, Vivian.
God, I'm exhausted. We have scoured Edinburgh looking for you. Tom, my winnings? Something exotic, like a large gin and tonic. I'll be back in a minute.
Hi there. Huh? Do you want another?
No, I was enjoying my own company, actually.
We've noticed. Isn't it time you came back to work at least? It's your firm, you know.
You're an equal partner.
It doesn't seem very equal at the moment. Anything I can do?
She just walked out on me, Tam. I don't know why.
Have you tried asking her?
Yeah. She wouldn't tell me.
You wouldn't tell what? I'll tell anyone, anything.
Like what happened the night Sarah left town, Vivian. Will you tell that?
Oh, heaven, such a fuss about nothing. She saw us. What does it matter?
Saw who?
Well, me, actually. Honestly, Ross, she isn't worth all
Saw
this.
you? Where?
I can't protect your honor any longer, darling.
She saw Vivian in the flat.
You were at the flat?
Yes, with Tam. Only she didn't see him. He was in the bedroom.
You and Tam?
It was just ships in the night, darling. It was just a little mutual comfort. Honestly, nobody would have known anything if she hadn't come back early.
And thought you were with me. Thanks, Vivian.
When did you last do some painting?
I did those sketches in Edinburgh.
You came back rather suddenly.
I thought I'd get down to some serious work.
And now you're back, you can't. Is that it?
Something like that.
Well, you're blocked. It's nothing new. You're probably trying too hard.
Excuse me. Hello?
Sarah.
Jason!
Sarah, I want you to.
What's wrong?
Janie.
I never should have let her go. It's all my fault.
I don't think you can say it's anyone's fault.
Donald, she tried to kill herself.
Yes, I know that.
She and I had this dreadful fight.
Sarah, you mustn't blame yourself. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for our own lives. That's the way it is. Now, don't you worry. I'll take care of the castle while you're gone.
Thank you, Donald.
Departure British Midland Diamond Service, 1640 flight to London Heathrow. This is the final. Will Mr. John Peterson please contact information to take a telephone call? Mr. John Peterson.
She's gone.
What? Where?
Back to where she came from. Away from here.
She should have waited. She should have let me explain.
She's all right. Just. She's lost a lot of blood. She hasn't talked much about it.
Did she know I'm coming?
Yes, I told her.
Janie.
I'm sorry. Oh, no. Shh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm here now. It's all over. It's all over. She was asleep when I left her.
These things happen
Not to Janie.
to all of us.
And we call it love.
It's a part of love. And as such, maybe it's worth the risk.
You really think so?
I know. Love is the greatest gift we can give one another. That's what Janie wanted. That's what she didn't find. But it doesn't deny her the loving. I know what I'm talking about. I've lived alone for more years than I care to remember.
Jason, don't. This man, Paul, have you met him?
Nice enough chap, with the usual problems. Perfectly happy with his wife and children. Just fancied a little excitement in his life.
Not my sister.
Apparently everything was fine. For a while.
I met his wife,
Oh, Janie.
purely by chance. A nice, ordinary woman. Just like Paul, really. That's all he is. A nice, ordinary guy. I really made a fool of myself. I mean, look at me. No man's worth this. No man. You and Ross. Is it over?
I think so.
What happened?
I just realized I couldn't trust him. Not just him. Any man.
Because of what I said about Alan? I wanted to hurt you.
It doesn't matter.
It does. It's all part of it. It's part of us. I wanted to hurt you because I knew what you said was the truth. I didn't want to hear that.
Neither did I. I think with Alan, I shut out the truth because I was afraid of facing it.
But if you had, maybe you could have changed it. Maybe all he wanted was for somebody to lean on him. Make him feel needed.
You're blaming me. He was the one who cheated, not me.
Is that all you want out of a relationship? Faithfulness?
No, trust. He cheated. Not just with you. I know that now. It all fits in.
What if you'd known at the time?
Then yes, I would have fought for him. I loved him.
What about Ross?
I really thought he loved me.
And?
I saw her in his room.
With him?
It was his apartment.
You saw them?
I saw her, Janie.
And because of what I told you about Alan, you judged him?
I saw her.
Listen, Sarah, you love him, right? Wait a minute, now you love him, and he says he loves you, right?
He lied.
But you've got to give him a chance, at least to explain. Otherwise, good grief, you're just doing what I did. Well, it's not so messy, it's not so dramatic, but you're just screwing up your life like I have.